If they see my hands, they'll know it's me.
That's right, and we're on now. Hello, Mrs. Penn. Hello, Mr. Keeling.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Jordan. Hello, Mrs. Penn.
Hi.
I'm really excited because we've not done this for a while, but you've got an amazing new art project for us. Is that right?
Well, yeah, it's really just some simple drawing because I know a lot of people don't have paints at home. And it's quite simple and they're quite quick. So I think that you will enjoy them.
Definitely.
Looking forward to it.
Quick.
Okay, the first thing you need to do is just get a piece of paper, normal A4 paper if you've got it.
Got it.
And you need to fold it in half.
Okay.
Now you do that by matching the corners up and then folding it. Now you could tear this, but if you've got scissors, it will look a lot neater. I happen to have some scissors, so I'm going to cut it.
I'm going to go for the tearing route, I think.
It's a practice, so it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. I've got a bit of a
torn.
Beautiful, Mr. Keeling. They look really good.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan.
Right, so I'm going to put one, because we're going to do two separate drawings. I'm going to put one to one side.
Okay.
I'm outside, so I don't want it to blow away. So I'm putting it over
Do
there.
I have to put that? Is that the left side or the right side that I have to place it, Mrs.
It
Penn?
doesn't matter, Mr. Keeling.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to put it to the left.
Okay, then.
Wait, are you putting the left side to the left or the right side to the left?
1 second. I'll need to reattach it to see which side is which.
It doesn't matter.
Right. It was in fact the left side that I'm putting to the left.
That
Right.
makes sense.
Children, don't listen to him. He's being silly.
No. No. Right, Mr. Penn, what have we got? I'm ready.
Right, okay, so first thing, pencil. And we're going to do a wavy line here. Now, what I usually used to do with the children was get them to tell me when to press harder and tell me when to press lighter, so that we create a different texture in the line. So what I'm going to do here is, Mr. Keeling, I'd like you to say light, 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 and then when you want me to go dark, just say dark, dark, dark. Okay?
Right.
You understand that?
I mean, it is a two-step instruction, so I am. I'm a bit apprehensive, if I'm honest, but I will give it my best.
I'll tell you when to start. Look where my pencil is.
Okay.
It's right about halfway down there.
Yeah.
And you just start saying dark, 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 light, light, light.
Okay.
Go.
Light. 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 Dark. Dark. Light. Dark, dark.
Oh! I don't have another pencil.
I'm sorry, did I get it wrong?
No, you didn't get it wrong.
Keeling, you ruined it.
You'll have to pause for a moment there, I'm afraid. Knickers.
We actually broke the pencil.
I actually broke the pencil, yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to keep recording so I don't do anything unusual.
Anything unusual?
No.
Right, now I'm going to sharpen this one.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
No, no.
Right. Oh, there goes the pen. What is it they say? Don't work with children or animals? Or
Yeah. Which are we? Okay.
Like to have seen that. That was me running around the garden after a piece of paper. Right, I'm back.
Hey!
Okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay,
Whoa,
would you like me to carry on?
Let's carry on, please, Mr. Keeling.
I think we'll go for 3 lights, please. Light. Dark. and light, light, dark.
Okay. Right, so I've got a line there, and you can see there's a different, it's lighter here, darker here, and that just helps to sort of create a bit of difference in the line, really.
Yes, it does.
Right.
Nice. Am I doing the same thing here?
Yes, now I'd like you to do it, and I'm going to say dark, 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 light, light, light to you two,
Okay.
and you're going to do it. So get ready, get yourself at the
And the
halfway
children should do
point.
this along with us, right?
Yeah, they can do it too, yeah.
We'll see if we've got matching ones. I love it.
It doesn't matter. They don't have to look like mine. They can be as wavy as you like.
And this works with any kind of line.
Good question.
Any kind of light, yep. As long as you're not pressing as hard, it's lighter.
Right. And this will be okay in pen.
Ah, now you're going to have a problem, Mr. Keeling, because if you're using pen, you tend to get, one dark line, don't you? You could try it, see if it will go a bit lighter if you take the pressure off. It depends what kind of pen you have.
Right. Well, I'll sure give it my best try.
Okay.
That's the spirit, Mr. Keeling. All right, let's go.
Right. Light, 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 dark, 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 light, 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 dark, 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 light, 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 dark, 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 dark. Are you at the end yet?
I got to the end just then. Oh. Keep going, Mr. Keeling.
Keep going, just do it in your own head. Do dark, 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 light, light, light.
Now, I don't know if it's my pencil, Mrs. Penn, but I don't. Oh, you probably can't see it, but actually, on the camera, it has gone darker and lighter.
Yeah.
So the less pressure I apply, the lighter it is. Oh wow, Mr. Keeling, yours looks really good too.
Has he managed to do it?
He has actually got the dark and the light, although your darkness is more because it's a bit thicker. But
Yeah, I had to kind of shade it as I went along, rather than pressure.
That's okay. We'll let you off.
all right, I see how this works now. So the more pressure I apply, the darker it becomes.
Exactly.
I presume that's because more graphite is being rubbed onto the paper, right?
Yep.
Oh, exciting.
Right, are you all ready for the next stage?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right then, okay. Now, I think I'll let you two decide, actually. So, would you like a kind of a moody night theme, or would you like a ocean scene?
I'm torn between half and half.
Oh, like a moody ocean scene.
Yeah.
moody ocean scene.
I was thinking like one side ocean, one side moody, but I was torn between which side is which, like left or right.
Oh, it's a left-right thing again with you, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
But, I'll tell you what we'll do then. We'll have an ocean scene up to here,
Yeah.
and then we'll turn it into a landscape over here.
I love it.
Okay?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Right, so here we go then. What I'm going to do first, on this wave here,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to draw two little lines like that, join it across with a little bit of a curve. What do you think that could be, Mr. Jordan?
A fish's tail.
A fish's tail. That's a really good idea. It's not what I've got in my head, but that's great.
Okay.
What do you think, Mr. Keeling?
I'm pretty sure that is a boat.
Yay! That's what I was thinking, but it doesn't mean you're wrong, Mr. Jordan.
Oh,
It means
okay.
that your imagination has worked in a different way, which is
But
great.
in this case, he was wrong because that is a boat, right?
Yes.
Right.
If it makes you feel better, Mr. Keeling. Right, now I'm going to put a mast. And I'm pressing quite hard. So my mast looks nice and dark.
Okay.
And what is a mast?
A mast is traditionally in a big sailing boat would have been basically a tree with all the branches knocked off of it, and it carries the sails, which is obviously what makes the boat move through the water.
So this is like an old boat, not a modern one with an engine.
No engines here.
Oh, exciting. We've got it, miss.
Right, okay, I'm going to put a sail.
I'm trying to look around behind your hand, but I've realised I can't do that by leaning my head. Ah, nice.
I suppose in this case we're talking about sail the noun, not sail the verb.
Yes,
Although
definitely a
you
noun.
use
It's
a
name
sail
or
the noun
something.
to sail the verb.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right, I'm just going to put a little triangle for a sail at the top there, just for fun, really.
Brilliant. Could I have a little bird's nest at the top?
A crow's nest.
Oh, crow's nest. That's what they call it, isn't it?
Yeah, you could if you wanted to.
I'm having one.
Right, now I'm going to just shade in my sail. And I'm going to start off darker and then get lighter just to make it look a bit more interesting. You could put stripes on it if you wanted.
Ooh.
And I'm going to shade in my boat.
Of course, the Vikings, they would cover their sails in animal fat, wouldn't they, to make them waterproof for long journeys?
Well, apparently so, yeah.
Great knowledge. People cover themselves in animal fat when they're swimming across the channel as well, don't they?
Goose fat.
Goose
Yeah.
fat. But that's more for insulation, right?
Yeah. Keep them warm.
And maybe something to do with friction, because they're in the water for quite some time, aren't they?
Ooh, you reckon it makes you all extra slippy?
Yeah, I would think that, you know, it helps prevent, you know, sort of friction burns from being in the water for so long.
True. That is my main problem with swimming, is all the friction burns.
Oh dear. Right, okay. Now, do we want anything in the water?
Yes.
Right. Now, we could go for one of these.
Is it a triangle?
What do you think it could be? There's a couple of them.
I think submerged pyramids.
Yes, that could be the very peak. It could be like Atlantis.
Can you see what I've done there? I've done a little line there to make it look like it's coming out of the water. No, actually they're sharks.
Oh. Nice.
Why would the sharks be following that boat, do you think?
For a cup of tea?
Sorry?
Evening dinner?
Could be. Maybe
Well,
it's...
at the local ponds, the ducks usually swim up to the people that go to the edge of the pond, because although you're not supposed to feed them, people do chuck bread for the ducks. And so they get used to, whenever humans are nearby, coming to them just to see if they've got any bread that they're going to throw. So maybe it's that the ships would dump food and the sharks would follow them to eat it.
It could be, or maybe it's because it's a fishing boat.
Oh. And there's... Oh.
They can
So the
smell the
boat's
fish.
Captained by fish. I
Yeah,
understand.
they can smell the blood from the fish. Maybe
Right.
it's that. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to draw a really simple
Ooh, I just broke my
little
pencil. Oh.
fish shape. Now that fish is jumping out the water. Why do you think
Okay.
it's jumping out the water?
For fun?
No.
I
bet the children would be better at this than you.
It wanted to test how aerodynamic it was.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Perhaps it needs a bit more goose fat on it. Is it
To get away from the sharks.
the
To
shark?
get away from the sharks, of course.
But they're getting away from the sharks and probably jumping into the fisherman's net, out of the frying pan into the kettle? I don't know.
Or seagulls.
Or seagulls. My gosh, it could be straight into a seagull's mouth. What's next, Mrs. Penn?
Mrs. Penn, have you frozen?
Mrs. Penn, are you there?
I believe, Mr. Jordan, we've lost Mrs. Penn for the moment.
Okay. I
So-
wonder if she's going to come back.
Yes, I wonder too. Maybe we should try and invite her back to the conversation.
Okay.
Is there a
let's see
way
if
of adding her, removing her, so that we don't end the recording, perhaps? Remove. Oh, I found that. Okay, so hi,
Oh.
Mr. Jordan.
Hello, Mr. Keeling. How are you?
Right, now I'm going to try and add Mrs. Penn to the conversation. Actually, do you want to do that? I think you're better at adding people than
I
I
am very good at adding people to things. That is one of my skills. I don't know how to do it. Do I just click on it? Oh, there we go. This is one of our better art videos.
This is going well.
I think I just died.
We're still recording. Are you? You're going to pop up in a second, I think.
Right,
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I can hear you now.
right. Okay.
Not see.
Have you turned your camera on, Mrs. Penn?
Let me have. So I'm on my phone at the moment. It's just difficult to see because obviously I'm on. Right. Where is it? I think
I
we'll have
really
to scrap
enjoyed
this
that
one, boys.
contribution there, Mr. Jordan.
Oh no, I'm gonna really need to edit this video, and I'm not very good at editing.
You will. Yeah, I mean, it's just if you just use a clipping tool on, just cut out this bit, it'll be fine.
weird.
There might be a bit where it jumps awkwardly, but
Right.
Right,
just
it's,
cut it out.
I'm afraid it's ran out of juice and it's just not letting me. Hasn't got
Right.
enough power, even though I've put the power in.
Okay. Can you turn the camera on your phone, perhaps?
Wait, are you not using your Surface?
Yes, I was using my Surface, but it's ran out of juice.
Oh, I see. That's the one that's run out of juice. I got
Right, let me.
it. Ah! Oh, for a second. Ah!
Oh, hey!
Oh dear. What should we do then?
So I guess can you point the camera at the work with one hand?
Right,
Oh
okay.
God.
I hate technology. Right. Just let me try and do this.
I must say that painting behind you of the blue and the white in the background is quite beautiful.
What painting? Oh, you mean the sky?
Oh, is that right? Okay.
What can you see?
I can see a sideways drawing.
Sideways drawing.
Yeah.
Ah, that's because the phone. Right. Mental. Any better?
Yeah. So if I count us down from 3, we'll
No,
just go
Wait,
from
we need
where
to
we
move,
were.
Can we move the book? Can you move it up a bit?
Yeah.
And then can you move it a bit to the left? A bit more. Is that about right for you, Sean?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry
Mr.
about
Jordan.
that.
Mr. Keeling, sorry.
So I'm going to count down from 3, and then I'm going to pretend like we didn't get cut off at all and just go back to an old line. So 3, 2, 1. Are they jumping away from the sharks, Mrs. Penn?
Yes, they are. They're jumping away from the shark, but heading towards these seagulls that would quite like to eat a fish.
Oh, no.
There is an old expression for this, isn't there?
There is.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
That's.
But they're not jumping out of a frying pan, Mrs. Penn. They're jumping out of the ocean.
Yes, but what is it when you what do you call it when you compare something to something else? What's that called, sir?
comparing something a simile when you compare it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a metaphor. It depends how you phrase it.
Right. Okay.
We should know what one of those is called. What is it called? Out of the frying pan into the fire. It's got a name, doesn't it?
Is it a proverb?
You've got silence at this end. Let's just go with that for now, and then we'll correct it
I'm
post.
not sure either. Okay. Right now. So this bit here is the ocean.
Yeah.
So we wanted to have some land, didn't we? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a line here. A wobbly line. It doesn't matter what it looks like.
Brilliant.
So it looks like it's going up.
Oh wow.
A
That's really
sand
cool.
dune. Now, if I put another line in here, now we've got this bit could be the surf, the foamy bit of the water, and this is the dark bit of the water. In real life, you wouldn't get sharks this close to the edge of the shore, but it's okay. We're imagining this. Right, so we've got some birds over there. I think we can have a few more birds. So I'm going to put a few over the land as well. If I make some look really small, they'll look like they are further away.
Hey, that's perspective.
That's perspective. So that one's really close, but those, look how far away they are.
Brilliant.
I must say, I really like the kind of shape of this drawing as well. It looks kind of like a, you know, when you take a photo on your phone and you change it to panoramic view, where you can see a lot of the landscape.
Yeah, I guess it does a bit. Right, so let's, would we like a creature on this, or
Yes.
what would you like? I mean, let's think about
A fox.
Fox, right. Okay, well, I've Mr. Fox, and he's going to be down in this dell here.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Keeling or Mr. Jordan, would you like to explain what a dell is?
Adele is a singer, famous for
Hello from the other side.
No, that's Adele. I meant Adele, as in D-E-L-L.
Oh, a computer.
Oh, computer, yeah, laptop, Dell.
No, not.
Is it the dip at the bottom of the hill?
Yeah, it's a dip.
Right.
So here we go then. We're going to draw a little fox in here. First of all, I'm going to draw his bush.
Nice. Bush.
His brush, isn't it? It's called a brush.
Oh, brush.
Like basil brush, yes.
Basil brush, of course.
Yes.
Used to laugh in a particular way. He'd ha ha ha, bomb, bomb, like that.
Yeah.
Very relevant, sir. Very relevant.
But he's a fox, isn't he?
True.
He's the fox. He's a huge fox. But that's
he's bigger than the boat, miss.
But that's all about perspectives.
Well,
of course
yeah.
it is.
Well, it's quite funny, actually. There's my little fox, okay? Well, my big fox.
Wow.
I'm going to shade him in and leave a white tip on the end of his tail. A little bit of a white tip on the end of his nose. And I think we did talk about dark and moody, didn't we? So I'm going to put in here, far, far away.
Miss, could you move your drawing to the left, please? Nice.
Is that
Yeah.
better?
Love it.
So up here, I'm just going to draw.
What did you say this was? This is the moon?
Yeah. So that fox could be howling at the moon.
Ooh. Do foxes howl?
No, they make a really weird noise, actually.
They do this sort of screech, don't they?
Yeah, sometimes they sound like babies crying. They really got quite
Eerie.
a strange sound to them, yeah.
Actually, I had a fox in my garden a couple of days ago, just taking a little nap. I think I've got a photo of it if I can find it for you.
Please.
I had a fox in my garden. It came right up to my window had a look in, and then scampered off.
Hmm. Curious creatures.
Right, now I think what we'll do now, I'm going to turn it round and we're going to add a little bit of mood.
Mood?
Yeah.
I like mood.
Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it round like that.
Okay.
And I'm going to start down this end. And I'm very gently, I'm going to put my finger on where the waves are. I'm going to move down the page, keeping my finger where the wave is.
Oh, so your finger's stopping your pencil from going over the line?
That's right.
Ah, I see. That's clever. That's very clever. Does it matter if you go over the boat?
No, because you've already shaded it anyway. It'll just make it look a bit darker.
I like this finger technique. I've never thought about it.
It's a good one for not going over the, if you don't want to go over a line. Now, as we get closer to the moon, I think we'll leave it, fade it out. So look, now I'm going quite light. So it looks like there's the light of the moon. A little bit dark over here, just behind the moon. We've got like a... I've turned it round again now. Oh, I quite like that. It's looking quite moody. We've just got the light where the moon is there. I think we need to do the same on the land as well, but maybe perhaps do it a little bit differently. Should we use a different kind of drawing skill for the land?
Yes, please.
Right, what we're going to do then, we'll have a go at doing a little bit of cross-hatching. So lots of lines going this way. And then I'm going to do some lines going this way. And I'm going to do the same here on this side of the hill, where it goes down to the sea.
Why is it called cross-hatching this?
Because it crosses the line. The lines cross.
If you just do one line, are you hatching?
Yeah.
All right. I did not know that.
We're beginning to get more of a sort of a moody picture now. And can you see that the light there is where the moon is going to be hitting that side of the hill?
Right.
So I'm going to make it a little bit darker in the ocean here as well.
Yours just looks so much better.
Yeah, I've got to say pen doesn't really work very well.
No. You know what though? A lot of illustrators, people that illustrate books for children, they do often use pen, because if you use cross-hatching, you can actually use that to create shade and stuff. I'm trying to think of a book that the children will have.
Otterline, Chris Riddell.
Yeah, and
do they do it in
Ghost in Nanny's Room? Do they do that one?
Not sure. What about the Roald Dahl books? Is it Quentin Blake?
Yeah, I think Quentin Blake might use a bit of cross-hatching, but not much. It's mainly line with him, isn't it?
Right. He's just hatching.
Yeah. Right, so there we go. I'm quite happy with that now.
Wow, that's really good.
So we've created a little scene out of nothing, really, just out of a squiggle.
Wow, I love it. I guess this is one of those things, again, where the more you practice it, the more you do it, the better you get, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to say this probably isn't my best work ever.
No. I mean, I've got the gist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
suppose with the children, they can slow this down and, you know, do it as carefully as they want to.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly. Or they can even say, right, actually, I'm not happy with that one. I'm going to start again.
Yes. I think there are things I would have done if I wouldn't. Your lines, the undulation of the hills and dells are much wider, which gives you a lot more room.
Yeah.
Fantastic word there. I love undulation.
It's a good word. Isn't it?
Undulation.
Oh, now you're just smudging it, are you?
I've just smudged the sky.
Okay, I think that is probably the best I'm going to do in pen. So here's my valiant effort.
Oh, nice. There's mine as
I
well.
can't see it.
Oh, you
I'll
can't
have a
see
look
it.
later.
Well, Mr. Keeling's has definitely got a lovely sort of nighttime moody feel to it. It's got a lot of the dark, and I can see where the shadows are being cast by the hills, which is really nice, Mr. Keeling.
I've got to say, with yours, sir, it's almost taking a whimsical quality. What with the sharks on the side and the boat at the top of the hill. I quite like it. It's cartoonish. It's the kind of art that I would enjoy.
Thanks, Mr. Keeling.
Is it quite illustrative?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, lovely.
Well, what a wonderful little activity for the children to take part in.
And so
Have you got any final closing tips for them, Mrs. Penn?
Do you know what? I would say my final closing tip is to enjoy yourself while you're doing it. Make yourself a little story while you're doing it. That's what I tend to do. I think, oh, wow, I've got a little boat and I've got these evil sharks that are after these fish, and so they're jumping out of the water, and then they get out of the water, and then there's birds that are there to pick them off. And, you know, what could that fox be thinking about underneath the moon? Is that bird there going to attack him because it's so close? And it just makes my imagination, you know, just, I don't know,
go crazy.
Go off on one. Yeah, go crazy.
I love it.
Well, I suppose in time, when you can do these little drawings, you can pair them up with writing. So if you're doing any story writing in your year group, you might want to try and illustrate it in a way that Mrs. just showed you with the shading and with the cross hatching.
It's really great for setting description as well, isn't it?
Yeah, you can really do whatever you like, can't you? I mean, if you wanted to, you could even add words onto it if you wanted.
Oh, what a brilliant idea.
You know, you could have, this could say, for example, we could have, if I tried to do it in a... Hill,
yeah.
Yeah.
So like a visual plan of the story.
Yeah, why not?
Really great idea.
Bro. Right, well, I'm going to end it there, if that's all right, guys.
That's okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Be lovely seeing you.
And you.
The next one.
Okay, you take care, Mr. Jordan, and thank you, Mrs. Penn.
Okay, bye-bye.
And goodbye, children. Goodbye.
Bye.